wanting to be rich and not knowing the state of the economy of the nation you're trying to play in and how to play in that country. It's like wearing a lovely jacket but wearing it the wrong way. Everyone is aware you're doing it wrong, but you. Now I'll say this. In Nigeria in 2021, inflation was at over 16%. I'll put the right figure somewhere on the screen, you'll see it. 2, the price of food skyrocketed a lot than ever before, and people's income could not match up. In any country where you begin to discover that people cannot really afford food as basic as it should be, in a country with a lot of land and a lot of natural resources to be able to produce food, you should know there's an economic problem. Number 3, it is recorded that about 40% of Nigerians today are unemployed. It's a different situation when people are not employable, but when people are employable and then they don't have a job, the system is unhealthy. You are not the Minister of Finance or the Minister of Economy, the nation's president. You may not be able to make economic policies that will effect a change in the entire nation. But I tell you, you can create a change in your own finances, and I'm going to share just how you can do that with you in this video. My name is Tobi Kalejai, and if you're new to this channel, do hit the subscribe button right now, because I share every week financial principles that are timeless that will ensure you're able to make money, create wealth, and be financially free. So you are at the right spot. Hit the subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up on this video. It can encourage me to continue to shoot more amazing videos like this. Let's get to it. And continue to shy away from having important discussions around finances, whether because of your political affiliation, because of your religious belief or bias. It won't help in the long run, and here's why. If you remember Venezuela, you remember Zimbabwe, remember Sudan, and a few other countries, something readily comes to your mind: how their economics crumbled. They had hyperinflation, so high so that in those countries, at a point, you could not even spend the currencies of those countries within their borders anymore. Why? They became entirely worthless, having no value. Guess what? The people of those nations must have had political affiliations. Because of their affiliation to one political party or the other, some people will have decided not to say anything, decided not to do anything. But when the rot happened, it affected everyone except the people who have insulated themselves or emancipated themselves, built a wall around themselves to make sure that they would not crumble with the system. When economic hardship happens, it doesn't care about your religious bias, it doesn't care about your educational background, it doesn't care about your political affiliation, and this is why you must do something about it. You are not helpless. It's not an helpless situation. You are not the one to reform the economic policy of the nation and create a global or a nationwide change, but you can do something for yourself and the people that you love, your immediate family. That's why I'm going to be sharing a few essential tips that you must know in this video. Number 1, be aware. Awareness, that I mean, is not a state of you just knowing, but it's the state of you acting. That is, you know enough and then you've started acting based on what you know. I'm going to borrow quickly a Yoruba adage which says, Ogun asotele kimpa aro toba bon. Yeah, I'm a Yoruba boy. Yeah, I'm trying to speak my language. Let me be free. All right, so you could, for a proper interpretation, reach out to any Yoruba person around you and ask them, what's this guy trying to say? But I'll try to translate it right now. A foretold war would not kill, right? Would not have a crippled person killed. That's what it's trying to say basically. Because if you know you're crippled and then what is coming, it's been announced, maybe to say, okay, on a certain date we're coming to destroy a certain location, and you don't have the ability to run. It's foretold. What can you do? You can either escape the geographical location way ahead of that time. All right, so you are not just aware, but your awareness begins at the point where you begin to act based on the information that you have. Number 2, importantly, you need to have a sustainable source of income. And I say this with all sense of caution. I know there are people who are entrepreneurs, and then your kind of entrepreneurship is such that you don't know when your next income is going to come. All right, it might be happening to you, but you need to start thinking of how to create a sustainable source of income, because that's going to help you to plan. You can't plan when your income is not sustainable. People who are on a paid job, you have that ability to be able to tell, this is when my next paycheck is coming, so you can actually create a plan for yourself. And if you have structured your business also, if you try as much as possible, even if your income is irregular, but if you can structure your business to a point where you know what you're earning on a monthly basis. So for example, if your business generates maybe 700,000 naira in a month, maybe as your profit, you know that okay, in the next month you might not generate up to that. So you need to start thinking for yourself, what's my salary? What can I sustainably pay myself on a monthly basis? It's a trap when you think, oh, because I'm an entrepreneur, my income is irregular, though I make so much money at some point. There's little or no plan you can create with that kind of earning, right? I didn't confuse you. Number 3, irrespective of where your business is currently located or where your job is currently located, you need to start thinking of how to earn in higher currencies. When I say higher currencies, I'm talking USD, I'm talking Euro, I'm talking pounds. These are currencies in better economies. So for example, when you bring them back to a smaller economy, it makes more sense. So you need to start thinking of how you can either create jobs or businesses. It's a virtual world now. There are loads of opportunities for people, irrespective of the niche where you find yourself, right? Start thinking of how you can begin to earn in hard currencies. They are called hard currencies for a reason, right? Deliberately, I'm not going to be talking about traveling or leaving the country, because I know not everyone is interested in that. Not everyone can afford it. But if you're interested, it's a worthy goal I think you should also chase, all right? If you want to get other certificates outside the country, it might be able to help you. You can be employable in better climes and all of those things. If these are avenues you want to try also, not for the sake of anybody else, but for your own good, right? Because that's what this video is about. I'm talking about specific things individuals can do, all right, to ensure that they don't get into the economic trap. Finally, this is where I'm going to be putting a lot of stress in this video, because it is very, very, very important, right? You need to get high income skills. When I say high income skills, I'm referring to skills that will ensure that you continue to earn, right? And you don't just earn, you earn something that is substantial. You are earning a substantial amount, right? I tell people every time, you are not limited by your income. I don't always believe that you can't do anything about your income. If you think your income is currently low, there's a lot you can do about it, right? You are human. You can move from one point to the other, so you can always decide to change. If you think you have a low paying job, you can go for a high paying one. If you think your job or the industry you're playing in does not have the potentials to make you reach as much as you want, you can always change it, right? Irrespective of your age, there's really no excuse, right? No excuse for you to remain in the same income status for a very long time. You can always change it. Is it gonna be easy? No. Must you do it? Yes, for your own good, for the sake of the people that you love. If you're the kind of person who wants to bring a family, you want to have a family, you want to have children, you want them to be comfortable, happy, affluential, definitely you must be able to do something about your income, right? So I was talking about skills. In today's world, I'll tell you for a fact, you need skills that you can use irrespective of the location. For example, video editing. This is like one of the highest rated skills by Forbes in 2021. Because the future of the world, people are tired of reading documented text. We're gradually in that era where people want everything represented by videos. So you can learn this, it will really, really help you. You can learn graphics, designing, motion images, UI, UX. These are skills that you can learn. And if you are advanced in age a little bit and then financially stable also, you can begin to learn how to play in the financial market. This is my own industry. This is where I've been in for quite a time. All right. And I know how it could be very, very difficult, especially for people who don't have the economic resources to start in this journey. All right. So if you have the resources, or you can start taking out time to learn about the financial markets also. I'm talking about either stocks, the stock market. I'm not talking about the stock in any failing economy. You put your attention on where the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange today is valued at over $20 trillion. So it's a very, very big enough market. All of these companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange are well, regulated by the SEC of the United States. So you need to, of course, learn about them, know when to buy stocks, know when to sell. Very, very, very important. Over on this channel, you would also find videos of technical analysis, which is essentially how to be able to learn how to predict when to buy, when to sell, and all of those things. You will find them very, very helpful. Scroll around on my channel, play a bit, you will find a lot of helpful videos. In conclusion, you must also know what to do with your earnings, right? You must learn the art of investing. You can't outwork your money. Make sure you learn how to plug your money in and ensure that your money can work for you. In my book, Securing Your Financial Future, I talked in details about how somebody who has very little income can be able to create sustainable wealth over time, all right? And in the same book, I shared, exclusive videos about how to start investing, irrespective of how small your capital is. I'll put a link to the book also in the description. If you're interested, you could check it out. It's really, really going to help you. Investing is one way to propel yourself into the future. The future you've always desired can be bought. And how to buy it is by setting aside a certain amount of what you're earning right now from all of these things I've talked about, or from your current gigs. Make sure you are putting them into the future. Buy assets that can appreciate over time, preferably assets that are pegged against the US dollar. Why? Because it's a stronger currency, or assets that are pegged against the Great British pounds. These are stronger currencies. Though inflation affects every fiat currency, but not as much as the naira. Not as much as some other very weak currencies in the developing nations of the world. So if you are interested, you must be interested actually in emancipating yourself. Make sure you learn how to do all of these things. You don't have to start with all the money in the world. You can start from where you are today, so you can actually get to where you ought to be. My name is Toby Kalajai. Let me know in the comment section what skill you're currently working at, learning, or what what skill currently makes the most money for you at the moment. I would really love to hear from you. Okay, so subscribe to this channel for more amazing content on a weekly basis. I'm here to help you to make sure you go from where you are to where you actually ought to be financially. See you on the next one. Peace.